What up, everybody? It's your boy, the Monkey King, aka Martial Arts TD, better known as Mr. Woodall, Dayton, Ohio. What's good? Um, I'm gonna drop this on both channels. Said that before and probably never got some videos out, but I'm gonna drop this on both channels. Um, this is gonna be a quick one for today. So, for everybody looking at the Urban Ninjutsu channel here, that I've been doing my best to revamp, revitalize, and whatnot, and put out more so I can get more subscribers and everything like that. And I'm gonna do different things to basically push that out. So I'm trying to get in a better flow of this YouTube thing because I'm tired of working a regular job and I need to bring in some supplemental income in some shape way. But at the same time, make doing something like I love it and go knee deep. So let me get into it. If it wasn't for the Koru arts as I know them now, or to dumb it down, not to dumb it down, or in layman's terms, however you want to say it, the martial arts of the ninja and the samurai from those periods when the ninja and the samurai was existing and everything, I wouldn't have found Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I wouldn't have got interested in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu or mixed martial arts. But I'm gonna jump onto that in a second. Um, I have no excuse for why I can't train the way I think of it, and everything's a solid game plan, and I know how to keep a schedule. And this is me being fully, fully transparent with my audience and my friends and my family out there in the martial arts and in YouTube land and whatnot. There ain't no reason why I shouldn't be able to execute it, and or even complaining. My wife, I'm married now. She she's been a blessing in so many ways and so much positivity. It's with the stuff that not only like she put so much in me, and I want to take advantage of who she is as a woman and what she's putting into me. That it's crazy health wise. You know what I mean? She's got me doing a lot of ginger shots and very healthy health kick type stuff to get me going in the morning and whatnot. I used to try to drink an energy drink, either a Rip It or a Zoe or whatever I could get cheap from the Dollar Tree every morning, or in stock up on them, slide them all into the refrigerator and have one a day. Like, this ain't gonna hurt me. Sometimes two a day when I was working third shift. And then one day I just said, let me get off of these because this can't be good for me in the long run. Especially with trying to get my weight down, get back in shape, and get back in combat shape and whatnot. So basically, my wife blew my mind with the stuff that she's putting in front of me, making me expand my palate on foods and things like that. So I really couldn't complain and everything. And then I said, okay, and this is before we got married. I said I need to figure out a way that way I get my time to train without being disturbed, without getting depressed or anything like that, and feeling like I'm not getting what makes me me out there. So I looked at time, because that's the thing we're looking at is time, correct? So I I looked at the time, I looked at my environment, and I always say this is I think it's a famous quote from Bruce Lee: "Make a way out of no way." I wasn't going to sit here and say, "Hey, I can't do this because I ain't got this. I can't do this because I ain't got this," because I've always made a way or found somewhere to do a little something, something, workout wise. But the thing is being consistent with it and whatnot. So when it came down to it, I just looked. I said, okay, I can do it in here at this time, and then at this time to this time, I could be getting ready, or even do a little something different. Maybe even jump on the PlayStation early in the morning and get a little bit of gaming in before I had to head to work. You know, just depending if everything is done early enough, and the only thing I got to do is unplug, it would take a solution. So I'm going to show my alarms that I set on my phone just for complete transparency. So let me do that right now. So you see my alarms. Those are my alarms. And um, as you all know, I stepped away from Brazilian Jiu Jitsu for a while. I have my goals. I have them written down. I bought two of Krista Jacobson's Jikidens, and one of them notes are going to be everywhere. I sent the thing show that I am taking notes and everything, and then another one is like actually for following my training, so I can pass it down along with my Den show to my son. So I'm gonna have my Jikiden and my Den show, which I'm gonna end up probably end up typing this out too, and then printing it for him later on. And he's taking Kempo karate and competing, but he's doing it more for sport than anything. So I, trying to keep him active in that and whatnot. But those are my alarms, and how I look at it is that's an hour in between. You see, 4:30 to 5:30. So 4:30, even if I don't get up, get started till maybe let's say 4:45. I'm still getting over 30 minutes worth of practicing because I'm going to do everything I can until my alarm goes off at 5:30. Then 5:30 is work prep. Whatever I plan on eating for lunch, getting that together. Um, Getting dressed. Not just wearing this, and not thinking I gotta get into gi every morning because I don't. So I have gear in the workouts that are involved with the Budo root is bananas. I couldn't believe I was sweating at home just trying to do my reviews and everything. So now I'm like, okay, so this can be a workout. And I was on a roll for a while, but she said something. She said if I did this right here and there, I don't think you'll be able to do it because I can tell you that you're not doing it consecutive. And she was right, because I was battling with making sure I get family time, whatnot. Work straining me. It's not a job I want to do. This is complete transparency. So I'm like, but what also aggravates me is like if it was somebody else closer that was excelling and they knew how long and they looked at my certificate on the front of here for when I first joined and was like, bro, since then I'm already a blue belt. I've only been doing it maybe a year and a half too. This and that, and you got more going on in here than me. And this person got two kids younger than mine, and more demanding and whatnot, and still making it. I wouldn't have no excuse. So that's why I'm doing this complete transparency right now. So I end up my greatest Lupe Fiasco song. He says, "My greatest enemy is my inner me," and that's the thing. What's inside of me is tearing me up on the outside, and it's just because I'm not active as I used to be, and I don't want to get to that point where I'm nothing but beer belly and fat and everything like that. So what I mean. I don't want to be that, and I'm glad I've been inputting the right things in my life, in on the inside and whatnot. So this is my transparency. I know I don't need it, but it's there. So I have a chair, and then I have a gear bag, and I also have a polyurethane katana. I need to order me a polyurethane wakizashi, so I have that set. And then after that, I'll have a set of that. I've made my own hanbo. Um, I'll probably make a bow later on, and then a Joe staff later on, and build my own. Just going to like Home Depot, getting them, and then also getting some slacking or wood covering to paint it up and gloss it and everything like that on my own. Plan on building a lot on my own, supporting a lot of other groups and whatnot, showing support to other organizations and YouTube, Patreons and whatnot. But for right now, until I get all my Buddha Rue books, all my Anthony Cumming books, and get my library together that I need. That's what I'm gonna end up doing. So let me show you my chair and my gear bag and go to that. So I can see how that goes. So this is my workout chair, my gear bag. Okay, so that was it's called a gym chair, and that's also my gear bag that I keep everything I need right now for my Buddha Roo training in there. Only thing I have not gotten yet for myself is a heavy bag, a standing heavy bag. Um, what I plan on doing is getting some real good fabric, tape, and everything and whatnot, and just getting finding somebody selling one on Facebook Marketplace, and either getting me a bob to put outside, or if not a bob, just a regular Wave Master type bag to do my hand and fist work. I guess I can throw my plans out there. First get in my zone with the 4:30 to 5:30 in the morning. Get up, get out. I got the 4:30 to 5:30 thing. I'm not gonna act like I came up with it myself. I listened to the way that Dwayne the Rock Johnson talks about his training regimen and how he does and how he gets set up. I think he said at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, and that's how he starts his day. And I get up, but I lay in, and I think one thing is about communication. And I feel like since me and my wife don't get as much time to ourselves, and we feel so drained, that's the only time we get to like cuddle, really, really cuddle, because we're so exhausted and everything. And I just need to get all of my energy back, not just some, not just a supplemental, but all of my energy back, not just for myself, but also for, you know what I'm saying, my marriage and my family, to be more interactive and to also lead by example. And my kids have inspired me a lot. My oldest son is now a purple belt in Genwakai Karate. My youngest son, he's a yellow belt with a black stripe in Kempo Karate, and he was a green belt already in Tong Sudo. So through his school. So I'm like, man, I got to, they got that purple belt and that green belt. They've had them. Those are the belts I stopped at technically in when I started this. Back in 2018, no, not 2018, back in 1998, 1999. Well, more 1998. I met a guy named Charles Bond at a place called Very Oriental in one of the malls here in Dayton, Ohio. I was selling Oriental goods and stuff like that. If you Google Very Oriental, you'll Very Oriental, Dayton, Ohio, 1998. You might find some pictures or some nostalgic stuff on it. But they sold swords, martial arts stuff, like stuff you would see in the back of a black belt magazine, martial arts monthly, whatnot. He came in looking for a cane sword. I sold him one. He gave me his card. I went to the place that he was teaching at the time, called Aegis Progressive Martial Arts. Started training with him. Never looked back. Shortly after training there, he met up and he got me hip to Waterfall. So through Charles Bond, he called and said, "Hey, why don't you guys come over? I taped this show off the TV, and it was for the promotion and the premiere of Wesley Snipes' first Blade movie. So that's when he had the martial arts expo and showcase. Wesley Snipes did, and I think he received a higher ranking in capoeira at that time, And also when I was exposed to Ronald Duncan, which is one of my Shidoshis, my former Shidoshi's inspiration. He was inspired by Ronald Duncan. And the way I see Duncan move, I see as Charles move also. So I'm like, huh, Ronald Duncan, black man, Charles Bond, white guy, but they inspired, you know, Ronald Duncan inspired Charles Bond. And that's what made Charles Bond find Wayne Bell. From Wayne Bell, he trained, learned, and came up with his expression of ninjutsu, which is Hyoru or Panther-Ru ninjutsu. Um, Trained with him all the way to my green belt, which is also called a water book. And the way to explain my former training style and how they rank is he didn't give belts out, he gave books out because we're training a martial science. So these are the books we use to study more and to also learn to focus our studies. So white belt was ground book, purple belt, which is your second belt, was wind book, and then green belt was water book, and then brown belt was a mountain book, and your black belt was your void or fire book. So that was that, and I stopped at green belt because life kicked in and some other things, and then he retired. So we wasn't able. I might have been able to get a brown belt out of him, but he retired, and with him retiring, it left a void. So while I was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, going to school back in 2004, I want to say, yeah, it was about 2004. I came back when I was just searching online for a way to continue my journey in the Koru arts. And that same time in 2004, I think was the debut of the Ultimate Fighter, and listening to people talk. And then when I got back, I was still trying to find somewhere to go, but I wanted to get a better understanding because I had a feeling that this was going to be the next thing that would have been an issue amongst me living in Dayton, Ohio, and having the Bujinkan here and the headquarters to the Quest Center here also. Weird stuff has happened in Dayton, Ohio when it comes to ninjutsu that is getting brushed to the side because people don't look at it seriously and whatnot. But at the same time, I'm not a trasher because this is not what it's about. But it worried me at that time back then. So a lot of things I done learned from Anshu, Krista Jacobson, and also Anthony Cummings and whatnot is a lot of stuff I was already doing, and that was a like, man, I didn't get into mixed martial arts because I was looking for the golden ticket. I didn't get into Brazilian Jiu Jitsu for the golden ticket. I got into it to understand, in my word, my enemy, just in case I came into a situation where somebody wanted to come in and like, hey, we're gonna go and beat up the ninjas, this, and that. I would know I could make, I would be able to physically and mentally be able to defend myself because, okay, there's a guy that practices a Bujinkan Ninjutsu, and he's supposed to be one of the best physically adapt Bujinkan Ninjutsu schools, but they don't credit him for his Bujinkan. Even though he's running a Bujinkan school, they credit him more for his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And that's because he took some time out, or he trained at the same time and got his black belt in BJJ, and then came back to doing, Bujinkan. There's a lot of people who went through the mixed martial arts, started to get problems and ailments, and they come to find out the movements and body posturing of the Koru arts work better for their body to help them maintain a longer lasting, and what they were doing was destroying their bodies at the same time. I'm 43, I'll be 44 this year. I do not want to destroy my body. I do not want to destroy my body. So that's one reason why I don't mind standing in these postures, and doing these techniques, but I need to execute. So you see my gear, you see my alarms and whatnot. I'm going to reach out to some of my friends and find out how they do little snippets. That way, in between that time and dead time, I can be uploading in the morning and doing quick little shorts to upload for Instagram, for YouTube, and whatnot, just to keep myself active. Because now we have a more interactive and active community out there when it comes to the internet and whatnot, and keeping us focused and help us, pursue our goals and whatnot. So, with my chair and everything else, and the only thing I'm missing is a bag right now to eventually get some bag work done here at home. I'm being transparent. I'm jumping on it, and I'm starting tomorrow, Monday. This is Sunday. I'm about to mix this down, load this up, and put this on both my channels and whatnot. I'm getting on my shizzle dizzle. This is just me. I'm Thomas Woodall, and I'm gonna be taking notes on the EDC, creating my EDC around what I think, modernize what I think someone would have been carrying back in, which is basic, and we're going to be going over that on the Urban Ninjutsu page too, because I think I'm gonna get into that. Just that way, I'm not flooding too much, and some things are crossover between Urban Ninjutsu and my accountability here. So, depending on how I do it, I might make a section here on my Monkey King channel to where it's about the modern day warrior walk. How do what do you do, and some of the things I got can correlate to anybody. And some things I just be openly honest. You gotta make it a habit and get used to carrying. Like right now, I'm in some shorts. I got rash guards, leggings, and grappling shorts that I'm washing as we speak. That's what I'm gonna be working out with in every morning, because I got 2 pairs of gi pants, but actually 1 full gi. So that's gonna be my workout regimen. I got a living room that is completely empty in the morning, so I'm gonna knock that out. I'm about to go rock Five Below real quick, plus grab some dish detergent and get me some earbuds to work out in the morning, so I ain't gotta wake up everybody, and I can just stay rocking what I'm doing. So once again, it's your boy, the Monkey King, aka Martial Arts T, better known as Mr. Woodall, keeping that accountability, not blabbering on. My greatest enemy is my inner me, and I'm about to get it together, y'all. I know I said it before, said it 1,000 times. The fact that I keep saying it, and I'm not fully gone, it's happened, and it's gonna happen. Make a way out of no way. Y'all stay blessed, stay focused. I'm out.